Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobot1907. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, this is it everybody. The most biggest moment that all of you have been waiting for. So for today's list, I'm going to do my top 5 most favorite sequels of all time. And I want to let you know is that I decided to make up my own list of which sequels I freaking love the best. And it doesn't matter if it's a video game sequel, a movie sequel, or even a Broadway sequel. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 5 most favorite sequels of all time. So let's get started at number 5. At number 5 goes to Kingdom Hearts 2. I freaking love this sequel. I love the storyline, I love the characters, well, except for the Organization 13 characters, I really don't like them. Except for the red-haired dude, he's okay. Well, I will say the only villains I freaking enjoy in Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely Hades and Sephiroth. Those were the best villains ever, in my own opinion, but I will say Kingdom Hearts 2 is a great sequel to watch, and I do love all the Disney characters and the Final Fantasy characters who are in the story, and I love the part when they helped out Sora, Donald, and Goofy on their journey to stop evil, heartless nobodies or the Organization 13 people who are trying to rule over their worlds, I guess, but I will say this is one of the most greatest sequels of all time. Since I never played the video games, I just freaking love the those special clips from each of the parts of the Kingdom Hearts 2. Since Kingdom Hearts 2 is a great sequel, I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I hope it'll be the most epic one ever. So overall, Kingdom Hearts 2 is a great sequel, and you gotta play it or watch it to believe it. So I decided to put that at number 5. Okay, for number 4 will have to be Night at the Museum 2, The Battle in Miss Sodium. I will say this is one of the most underrated movie sequels of all time and truly one of the best. I love the storyline, I love the characters for both old and new and alike, and all the great highlight moments that you gotta see to believe. This is one of the best comedy sequels of all time. And it's gonna be hard to say this, but all I could say is just a very underrated sequel, and you gotta watch this movie to believe it. So I'd rather cut this short for this one, so I decided to put it at number 4. Okay, for number 3 is Tron Legacy. I love Tron Legacy. It's such a great sequel, and yes, I did see the original, and the original is freaking good too, but I will say that the sequel is 10 times better. I love the storyline, I love the characters, well, except for 2 of them. One is the villain called Clue, and the other guy is Zeus. Let's just say I don't care about those two characters. But I love the special effects, I love the score, and I love all the highlight moments that they had in this film. It's such an enjoyable sequel to watch. But the only flaw I found with this movie is for our poor main character, Tron. He didn't have much of a role in that movie, and this is the most disappointing part about this movie, is poor Tron did not get any lines, or he did not get much of a role in this film, and it's so sad and so disappointing, and I'm very upset for what Clue had done to poor Tron, and I sure hope and pray that Tron will get a much better, bigger role in Tron 3 whenever it comes out in the future. So overall, I still love Tron Legacy, and it's a great movie to watch, so you gotta see it to believe it when I put it at number 3. Okay, for number 2 is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, I love this movie. Well, since I never seen it in theaters, but I did get it in the library. It is such a great movie to watch. I like this. I love the storyline. I love the characters. Well, since the characters are the same ones as they usually been from the first one, I love the special effects. I really love the climactical feeling to it. And overall, this is a story about when Harry Potter and his friends are heading to their final showdown, try to save Hogwarts from the wrath of the evil Lord Voldemort. Now, that is such a great highlight moment of this movie. So, I will say the most saddest part about this movie is, yeah, there's a whole lot of sad parts in this movie that you gotta see to believe. But for me, the most saddest part about this movie is when poor Snape died, and I was just freaking surprised and shocked to see one of the teachers die from, facing Lord Voldemort face to face before their tragic death. And the most surprising thing about Snape is that he does have some type of secret that he was hiding from Harry Potter from all this time for so many years when he was in Hogwarts. That he does have a secret relationship, that he's truly in love with Harry Potter's mom. That was the most surprising thing ever in Harry Potter history, that Professor Snape's in love with Harry Potter's mom. So that was kind of surprising that I ever heard in my life. So anyway, overall, I love the final chapter of Harry Potter, and that's why it came at number 2. Okay, ladies and dudes, the moment y'all been waiting for, the number 1 most greatest sequel of all time, and this one is going to surprise you or shock you. If all of you have seen my Broadway review or my top 5 most favorite songs from this wonderful musical that I freaking enjoy the best. So anyway, ladies and dudes, the number 1 best sequel is The Phantom of the Opera 2, Love Never Dies. Now, overall, this is one of the most greatest epic masterpiece sequels that you gotta see to believe. I mean, Phantom of the Opera 2, Love Never Dies is such a trustworthy sequel, and this is one of the sequels that I'm dying to see. But I hope they'll do a movie version of it very soon, somewhere around the later on future. I love the storyline. I love the characters. I love the sceneries. I love all the highlight moments that they put on this show. I love the setting. I love the score. I love the music, the costume designs. I mean, all the above. It's such a great sequel. And there's only 2 dudes I really want to thank for both the London and the Australian. I will say Ben Lewis and Ramin Karimou were the most greatest Phantoms I have ever seen in my life. And I do love the part when they have so many different personalities when they played the Phantom. For Ramin Karimou's character, I think he's kind of cocky in some ways, but he's a great Phantom who has great passion, and he still has some feelings for Christine in so many ways. And as for Ben Lewis's character as the Phantom, he's way more of an entertaining character and a comedy relief character, and he still has good passions when he still has feelings for Christine. But either way, I still love these guys, and they're the ones who did change my life forever to fall in love with the Phantom even more. Even the part where the Phantom's still in love with Christine. This is one of these greatest dudes I do feel happy for, He's finally reunited with Christine at long last, and I'm sure he'll find a way to work things out for their relationship in the future. But I just don't want to spoil the ending for all of you. But you gotta see it to believe it. So anyway, ladies and dudes, I want to say that Phantom of the Opera 2, Love Never Dies, deserves to be the number 1 most greatest sequel of all time. And I hate to say it, ladies and dudes, there's never gonna be a Phantom of the Opera 3. So anyway, ladies and dudes, that is it. That is my top 5 most favorite sequels of all time, and I want to let you know that this is my opinions about which sequel I freaking love the best. And it doesn't matter what kind of sequels you like. I would love to get to know your sequels, your favorite movie sequels of all time, and just leave a comment there and let me know, and I would love to know your opinions of which sequel you love the best. Well, anyway, I did the best I could for it once again, and let's just say this is my list, and I would love to hear yours. So, anyway, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. Sayonara.